Me? What would I say to a new Christian? I think what first popped up to me is get plugged into a community.
Yeah, that was
You
my
know,
first thought. Yeah,
small group or
somebody
small
you can
group.
walk with.
Exactly. Like
Right.
so like it doesn't have to be like a big group of people. I guess
2 or 3.
small
Right?
or 2 or 3
2 or 3,
gathered.
yeah.
Ooh, out of context verse.
No, well,
Woo.
I mean,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, that person where that passage where it's like 2 people and then there's 3 chords not easily broken. I can't
Oh,
remember
I know
what
that
it
one.
is.
That's like a wedding. Yo, I've heard that
It is.
used in weddings.
I know it's a wedding, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
applies
the chord one.
to,
I know that one. That's
you
a good
know,
one.
it applies to
Proverbs.
just anything.
Proverbs. Yeah, I never got that. I had something at a wedding. I'm like, where's this? Where's this from? Why are
It's
people doing
because,
this?
you know, the wife and the
Chord,
husband, and the third
yeah.
is God.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, get plugged into the community, like people that can help you grow in studying word, help you grow in prayer, help you grow in pushing you out of your comfort zone in terms of stepping out in faith, I guess, in everyday life. Yeah, people around you who can hold you accountable, and just like people you can just grow with in
Yeah.
Christ. I think that's huge.
That's huge. It is
That's
huge.
huge. I've just seen so much growth in new Christians and who have really committed to their community of believers, their Jesus community,
Yeah.
and I've seen like tremendous growth. So definitely one of the first things I would tell a new believer to do.
Yeah, and I think that for new Christians or even just regular Christians that try to approach that, I think one of the big sort of slippery slopes. I don't want to say it's a big mistake, but one of the slippery slopes they have is that they choose automatically the most godly person that they think of, right? They've got to hang around and they've got to whatever. That person's sort of like been there, or they reached to somebody that's way far, and that's great. Maybe you try to be that way, but remember we all have flaws, right? And that the person that you're gunning for, like you want to be towards that person, you want to try to emulate that person, right? That person's flawed and it really should be Jesus, but are you really sure that their journey is going to know exactly the way that the path that you're going to be taking, right? And the thought and the situation that came to mind is somebody that came as an immigrant, but they're very spiritually mature, right? But their path and their upbringing and their context is much different from a person that's grown up here in North America, right? And as we've mentioned, just be with somebody that wants to go that way, somebody that can walk with you. They don't have to have the answers that all the answers that you're looking for. In fact, when we advise people to find a mentor, we talk to that mentor and tell them, look, you're not supposed to have all the answers. Listen to them and walk so that, you can encourage them that you're going the same way too. Right. Because really what it is, and when we're talking about, and the passage that's come to mind is Paul saying, this is a marathon, right? It's going to be a long haul. Right. So be with somebody that's going that route. Right. Right. So I guess that's the one thing when we're talking about. The other thing I guess we'll talk about is, make an emphasis on growing, right? Put in the time, right? Put in the time with God, right? Do your prayers, do your, reading, learn, grow, right? Start off with John and Proverbs, because those are probably the ones that are most digestible to people that have not been, in a church necessarily, right? So yeah, I think that would probably be what I'd first tell them.
Yeah, man.
Read your Bible, pray every
Every
day,
day.
and you'll grow.